Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a snowflake hex, which as you probably know is what we use to form the base of your terrain and interlocks everything together so it doesn't slide around and fall apart. This is probably the most fiddly, I guess, piece that you need to cut, as in it'll take the longest. I actually quite enjoy cutting these for my sins, but if you don't, you can at least be reassured that you only have to do these, enough to cover one single layer for the size of your table, and then you're done, and you don't need to cut them again. So I know some people have been just going through cutting as many of these as they can, just so they can put it away and never have to do it again. So to make one of these, I've got blank polystyrene, the templates. This is kind of obvious, but it's not a symmetrical shape. At least it's rotationally symmetrical, but it's not mirror symmetry. There's no mirror symmetry, so you can't. I've never managed to do this, but in theory you might, without thinking about it, put them on this way around, and then they're not going to cut out properly because it doesn't have mirror symmetry. So you've got to have one each way, so they will line up. I'm kind of stating the obvious here. Right, so I'll put it on. Press our bolt through. Keep those plugs. I was about to do what I said not to do. I'll turn this over. Wing nuts. Okay, let's see if that looks lined up, which it does. So here's where it's really important, as I said in other videos, to line up these wing nuts, because they will definitely get in the way if they're pointing in the wrong direction. So just use your judgment for the direction which is going to get in the way at the least. If you get it right, they shouldn't get in the way at all. Okay. So I would actually like to cut the inside of this first, I think. So I'll use something to push through. There are neat ways of doing this, I suppose. Some people have talked about using you can get heated rod cutters, which aren't great for this sort of detail at all, but for punching holes through things, it's a lot less messy. You don't get all this crumb. So if you've got one of those, it's great for it. Then you need a removable end on your wire to drop that through and reattach to the other side. So I have shown this on another video. But you just keep working on this, you get faster. And a small mistake in here is not going to make any real difference. Nobody's going to see it. So that's roughly done. Let's see if I can push it out. And then we'll go back and do it neatly. When I said a small mistake, I meant if you gouge a bit out more than you're supposed to, that's not going to matter. If you leave bits behind, that is going to matter, because you won't be able to fit your cog inside it. useful to have a little tool of some kind, a knife or something to poke these bits out. And check to see if you've missed anywhere. But no, I'm happy with that. Dear, I've had a breakage. So your hot wire can break occasionally. So I stop the video, fix that, and get back to you. Right, so I fixed the wire. What I try to do, if I can get away with it, is if you have a little bit of excess wire when you wind it round at each end, then when it does snap, because it often snaps at the end, you can sort of unwind it, use the same piece of wire, at least one more go. So it is more likely to break again, but you know, you get as much use out of these things as you can. It's nice and tight again. So as I said, I was happy with the inside, so we're going to cut the outside. So it's best to work around these systematically, rather than just sort of picking the odd bit here and there. What you don't want to do is miss a bit and not notice it, because it's pretty hard to realign the template in exactly the same place to if you've missed bits. And as before, you don't want to start at the end of any line, you always want to start in the middle and push or pull to the end to avoid catching a corner. Yes, there's not much to say here really, just going around trimming it off. Now, I'm going to stop at this point, and I'll tell you why. So clearly I could finish this off and we'd have a snowflake ready for trimming down to 7.5mm for the bottom. Missed a bit here. So yeah, I'm going to do a check on the other side. I'm going to leave this side for the moment. Yep, that looks good. So the reason I'm going to leave this side is this is your finished snowflake. So if you imagine, this is fine for the middle of your setup, but if you imagine at the edge of your board, if you have your terrain on top of this, at the edge, you're going to have this sort of male part sticking out, the female bit sticking in, and it's just not going to be, even if you paint it, it's not going to be as neat as having a nice straight edge. So what you'd really like to have is something like this, where once you've painted the sides it's straight all the way along. You may not care, if not it's going to be probably easier but definitely easier to just make them all the same as this. But for ones at the edge like this one here, what I like to do is have with these finished hexes. This is the piece I'm going to make. So you want a piece that's going to have the snowflake jigsaw around 5 sides and a smooth edge on the other side. So that's why I've left this one unfinished. So what I'm going to do at this point is swap out these templates for different ones. So it should be fairly obvious, imagine what I'm doing. So all these hex templates are designed so that the holes are in the same place. Same position. So you know I can line this up and it's going to be exactly the same. So now what I've got to do is make sure that my polystyrene in the middle, which is roughly the right position, is going to be exactly the right position, or as close to exact as I can manage. And this is only going to be for aesthetics. You know, if this is off by a little bit, it's not going to affect the fit at all, because this is going to be right on the edge of your terrain. So there won't be any compound error if you got this wrong. It's just going to be not as neat as ideal. There you go, that's it. So there's an edge piece for the base. Put this back in if you like. And then you want to use your depth cutter to cut this down to the right depth. There you go, there's one. And this polystyrene is just thick enough, only just thick enough, that I should be able to get another one out of it. So, yeah, I'll spare you watching me peel this off, because you can imagine what I'm doing. But there's your 2 edge pieces.